Oregon City, the end of the Oregon Trail. When it was incorporated in 1844, it became the first town west of the Missouri River. Back then, the state of Oregon was just a gleam in its territory's eyes, a tribal country that stretched from modern-day California to Alaska. Many thought the land could one day become part of the United States, if the Civil War left them united. But although the state was still to come, Oregon City already was. Built along the Willamette, at the largest falls in the region, its founders thought it would someday be a metropolis. But its lowlands were prone to flooding, so residents built their homes high on the surrounding bluffs. Work was down along the water, in the paper mills and the lumber mills. So in 1912, before Henry Ford's automobiles had crossed the Continental Divide, Oregon City decided to make things a little easier for people to get back home. An elevator made the most sense, so they built one out of steel, wood, and city funds. Carrie Crook knows what the elevator means to Oregon City.
Mostly everybody worked over here at the mill sites. The only option was to take a huge flight of stairs, and it looked like a wooden roller coaster when you look at the old pictures. It's about 700 steps in order to get up the hill. And I think people were just, you work all day on your feet, you want to walk up 700 stairs. So an elevator was a really good option to them in 1915, and they made it happen.
Now, more than 100 years later, it's still doing the job. 7 days a week, with an operator at the buttons for each and every trip.
It's pretty much been manned for 104 years. And so the city is interested in keeping that kind of thing alive. The people in Oregon City absolutely love the elevator. It's a huge part of the culture, I think, of Oregon City. I think that's why we keep someone in the cab.
Like the city, the elevator is modernized over the century. It was rebuilt in the 1950s into what Crook calls the spaceship-looking mid-century modern design that still stands today.
The city put out a directive to the team that said, we want it to look beautiful but as inornate as possible, because they didn't want people to think that they were spending tax money unwisely. And so this is sort of what they ended up with. It really is, I think, standing the test of time. I think it's really cool. It is a nice gossip center. There's not a whole lot that happens downtown that you don't learn about at some point in the elevator, whether you wanted to or not. I call it a 9-second confessional.